When you first met those beings, like,
Yes.
what were your feelings and emotions
I
right
felt-
off the bat?
It was initially, my very first reaction was, I knew it. I knew it. And then my second reaction was just pure joy. And I just walked up to them.
How do they welcome you?
They were kind of playing like they had been waiting to see me. Oh, you know, what a surprise. We've been waiting to talk to you. And I realize now that there was no surprise. This was all orchestrated.
Right. What did you see, like the first step in, the beings that were there? You had one being right there greeting you, kind of.
That's right.
And then what did you see around you? What was that setting? Describe that in detail.
I was standing like in an alcove. There was a large half-dome door to my right. There was a hallway at this angle from where I was standing. Directly in front of me was another door just like this, another arch, which I think was a door from things I learned when I went down that hallway. And then on this side was black.
Like a dark wall, or like
No, it's
looking
like
into
it's
deep
being
space?
it's like it's being masked. They won't let me see what it
okay.
is. I have no idea.
Like a little
I can't
cloaking
see it.
device or something.
Yeah,
There.
it's completely black.
Could you describe in detail, because you said there was two different beings. You had the tall whites, you had the small, 4.5 foot beings that you're used to seeing.
That's right.
Well, let's describe first the tall white too.
Yes.
Yeah, how did he look or she?
Okay, there were three beings. Two appeared to be male, one appeared to be female. They were all extremely tall, well over 6 feet tall, and they were all dressed the same.
What were they wearing?
They were wearing like dark blue and black overall suit, almost like a wetsuit, but not quite that tight. And black boots, like thick, really thick black boots, like what you would get issued from the military.
Tell me about the facial features.
That's
You said
right.
they're tall, above 6 feet. They're kind of this bluish white.
That's right.
Color.
They had very
They have hair.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They had hair whitish or very white, but when I say whitish, I mean it was like bluish white. If they were appearing to me the way that they actually look, they're the only ones that could walk down the street and
I was about to say,
maybe
yeah.
with the right makeup,
get
nobody will
away.
even notice. They didn't speak to me. They looked at me like they were just assessing me. I felt some arrogance.
So they weren't doing the telepathy that the Greys were doing with you.
They never spoke to me. I felt like they were escorting me, like maybe they were security.
So you mentioned that, you felt like this was a male, extraterrestrial. What presence that they gave you that was like, oh, this might be female, this might be male. How did you come to that conclusion?
The tall beings, like I was saying, they looked very human, except the colors of their skin and the fact that they were just stunning. The men had short hair, and the woman, she had long hair. It was to her shoulders. All of their hair was thinner. It wasn't like, huge and luxurious.
What about the facial features? Were it more masculine or more feminine?
I really feel like their features are so similar that you rely on other things. There's almost like an androgyny to the face. Very assessing,
You felt like they were scanning you.
Oh, yeah, those eyes. I could tell that they weren't very impressed with me.